right, welcome everybody. How is it going? I just want to say welcome to the Crest League Hammer and Scalpels. We are live for today's event. You're tuned into the B stream. You might be a little familiar because we do that on PHL sometimes, Sam. It's a little interesting though because this format's a little crazy. I'm going to let Sam talk about it in a moment, but we have 3 lobbies running simultaneously. So while the A stream has the main lobby, we'll be covering the B lobby over here, which has some incredible matchups. But Sam, what's the format? What are we looking for right now?
Yeah, so Hammer and Scalpels is something we have not seen before. It's actually going to be quick cash, which if you're not familiar, that's going to be 9 players in the lobby rather than your usual 12 for cash out or 6 for head-to-head or final round, depending on which mode you play. This is a 3-player squad format built around strict class identity with 2 lights and 1 heavy, which means no mediums, no flexing, and no weird swaps. This is precision meets brute force, as lights are only limited to the SR-84 sniper rifle with grapple or dash, and they're limited on tacticals, including sonar, breach, goo, gateway, smokes, flash, and frag grenades. So those light players going to be positioning themselves and looking to be sneaky while trying to take the heads off of their enemies. Heavies, though, going to be doing the opposite, actually. They're going to be locked to spear or sledgehammer, locked in with the winch claw or charge and slam to help close the gap. And then finally, they're going to have support tools like dome shield, healing emitter, RPG, mines, and the lock bolt. A huge portion of the sandbox is banned. That means no cloak, no mesh, no C4, no goo gun. So what you're watching today is pure mechanical execution and coordinated utility usage. If a team breaks the rules and there's proof, their round score gets dropped to the lowest score in the lobby, -10. So yeah, make sure you're locking in those correct loadouts, Cody.
Very, very punishing. Sam, I am so excited because I think this is such a cool format. I mean, being forced onto sniper and then having a melee heavy in the arena at the same time. I mean, I don't even know how the heavies are going to make it through. I mean, I'm really curious to see some of these interesting maps. And speaking of the maps, we already, I think, are going to get started into our next game very, very soon. But we do have the bans. We are going to be watching 3 wonderful teams, which are Void Genesis, Bread Machine, and Sleeper Agents. And I want to talk about the map pool real quick. So it's a little interesting. We're going to have 4 maps per round because this is kind of like a round robin style tournament. Our first 4 maps in the pool are Fangway, Fortune, Monaco, and Sis Horizon. And coming in from Void Genesis, we have a ban on Fangway, and Bread Machine banned Fortune, Sleeper Agents banned Monaco. So Sam, I think we are heading to the wonderful and very 8-bit, I guess is the word I would use, Sis Horizon.
Yep, that is correct, Cody. We're going to go to the fan favorite, Sis Horizon. I feel like it's a map you never escape. We see it everywhere, whether it's a pro play, casual play. Everybody loves Sis. It's a very predictable map. Destruction, is very predictable. Not a lot of dynamism compared to other maps like, say, Fortune Stadium and such. Personally, my vote was for Fortune. I actually think Fangway would have been really cool this year. I'm hoping that we get to see that in the rest of this event. There are 4 total rounds, by the way. So, if you miss out on one, then you can come tune back in and watch your ults. And like Cody mentioned as well, Vanguard, of course, thank you to bringing us on board to help make your event have even more coverage. If you want to catch some of the other games, those will be on their mainstream as well. They're here in the shared chat on Twitch. If you're ever on YouTube, we've got your coverage there. Unfortunately, mainstream is only on Twitch for Vanguard Gaming. So head on over there, drop them a follow, and show your support as doing a lot of really cool tournaments, including like Powershift and things like that. This is a special event from them. So expect this to last probably about an hour, and you're going to see tons of final gameplay, Cody.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I think there's going to be some really interesting strats, and especially on a map like Sis Horizon, right? There's so much movement, especially with the pads. And I think this map really is, very close quarters. There's not too many super long, lanes outside of like, those pad areas. But even then, they're kind of broken up by like the bridges, and there's a lot of harsh corners for a lot of the buildings. So I think it's going to be really interesting playing sniper. I mean, we have kind of that God spot that we talk about right over. I'm trying to think of what you would call that area, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you go right over to one of those cash boxes, there's that giant window that's above that whole point, and that's going to be a great spot for snipers. I will say, I have a question for you, Sam. You are not forced onto a specialization as light, and I feel like, right, they're kind of 2 peas in a pod. Grapple and sniper, right? They kind of go together, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on your playstyle when it comes to the sniper. Obviously, there's kind of two. You have your poke, and then you've got your aggro. I think if you're aggro, you're actually going to be running that grapple to close the gap and also get out. It has a pretty fast cooldown. Dash, I believe, is our other option, and for that, I think it's going to be useful to help juke out different fights. Sure, it could be useful up close as well, especially if you're looking to confirm a kill with maybe a melee, but you are going to be closing the distance on the heavy, and to me, I feel like if I'm dashing towards a heavy, I'm putting myself in vulnerable, space, especially when you got things like Wench Claw and Charge and Slam at the disposal, where, especially Charge and Slam, they can close the gap on you if you try to dash away. So I actually do think Grapple is the ideal pick here, but I'm curious to see what these teams think. So without further ado, let's not maybe waste any more time. I think we're about ready to get into the arena here, right, Cody?
I think so. I'm waiting on the call. I was told to wait a minute or two. But yeah, I think you said Charge and Slam. So you think that will be kind of like the moves?
I think Charge and Slam is going to put out a ton of damage against all players, right? Like, if all three players for some reason dive onto one heavy, that Charge and Slam can deal out a ton of damage. I got juggled in a game the other night for, I think, 350 or 380 damage from a single Charge and Slam. I was stuck in the corner. So that tells you just how much damage that can really lay out into the arena and onto these lights, which is, that's something also to talk about, is the fact that the health pool is pretty fragile all in all, especially when you're paired up with that SR-84 sniper. If you do manage to land a shot, I mean, that's whittling lights down to very critical.
Here's my other question for you, right? I don't know how much experience you have outside of heavy hitters with the spear and sledgehammer, but if you have a choice in this situation, I'm kind of wondering, is spear a little bit better? I know it has a little bit more range, right?
It's tough. Spear does have more range. You've got that kind of lunge ability. You also have the aerial denial, with the right click where you can spin. I don't really know if that is necessarily going to come into play as much with these kind of team comps, with people dipping and diving out with those sniper rifles. And I feel like as well, if you're up against a heavy that's on sledge, that right click on the spear is just probably not going to provide as much value compared to the right click on the sledgehammer, which is an instant kill on a light and a 2-hit kill on a heavy.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be really crazy. Man, I really just don't even know what to say regarding this format, because I think it's just so new, right? We haven't really seen, like, we've had some fun formats that have been played in the finals, but I feel like this is a little bit more of like a well thought out format. So I'm really curious to see what gets pulled out, especially, in Quick Cash of all things, right? We're fighting over one box. We're not fighting in Cash Out with, 4 total teams. Everybody is focused on the same thing. So normally I feel like we're having, this long range and the close range, trying to have to like duke it out and really take space and worry about that. There's so much chaos going on because of Quick Cash that I think it actually might work out. So I really, really am just so excited to see this format. I can't say it enough. Double checking that we think we're ready to go. I know our lobby is waiting and they are anxious to start, but I am just waiting for the go.
Yeah, it does look like they are ready to get into the action. We just need one more team to go ahead and confirm that they're ready to load into the virtual arena. Quick Cash, though, also, just in general, very, very chaotic. A lot of third parties, obviously, we're fighting over a single vault instead of 2, which is normally what we see in Cash Out. And so, yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see overall. And I think it's going to be very chaotic, Cody.
Yep, I think we are starting it up just right now, going into the lovely Sis Horizon, and I want to make the call, Sam. I know we said it a couple times on a couple casts. I think it's going to be 2 p.m.
Hey, well, in our plugs earlier this week, I saw 6 p.m., so, things could be changing, but let's not waste any more time. 1 a.m., in fact, is what I just saw. So that is interesting.
A good time difference.
Yeah, I guess we have changed time zones, different season. It is clear night, so I guess that does make sense. That's not 2 p.m. anymore, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, over on this side of Void Genesis, though, Danny, Ego, and a Microwave Oven looking good. I was going to say, normally this is where I talk about the loadouts and things like that, but I feel like we kind of know what we're about to watch. Am I right?
Well, so I will say, I mean, we're seeing the choice of the spear from Danny and also accompanying it with a winch. which is definitely interesting. And over on the side of Lotus, I saw Charge and Slam. Not too sure what weapon they're running, but I am incredibly interested. We're already seeing a little bit of a variation on the heavy side. I mean, yeah, you are kind of locked into a bit of a weird spot, but jumping in with Danny, yeah, looking at the loadout, I mean, there's the spear, there's the winch. I think it's the best choice. I don't know. There's the range to it.
Yeah, totally right. But we're going to go ahead and jump on board here with Danny, who's got that red barrel. So, environment carryable is actually something worth mentioning. You know, they obviously play a big part in the arena, but, you know, I feel like it's going to make a difference here a lot more drop util. We see the RPG, goo grenade, and anti-grav cube out of the side of Danny as well, which I think is going to make a very interesting fight. And I'm just waiting for this thing to start breaking out. We do know that every team is going to be on top of each other. We saw Ego actually take a shot there. We're not really sure from who, but we're going to look and see what Danny can make happen with that. Nice red barrel is going to follow up there with the spear to pick up Deceptive. Ego finding a pick onto Azael. And that is one remaining, I believe, on Team Bread Machine. I think our overlay may not be correct. That's okay. We will get that fixed after this match. But for now, we're going to jump on board with Microwave Oven to see what Void Genesis can do to continue to help close this thing out, Cody.
Yeah, it's already been an interesting turn of events. I mean, the snipers are kind of forced to really chow at a close range, which is not something you really want to do, right? You have a giant scope on this thing and you want to be able to use it, but it doesn't really seem to be the environment is kind of fighting against you in this situation. But Microwave Oven is starting to move the box over. Remember, this is quick cash, so there's only one cash box and 3 teams have to duke it out. It is constantly just a third party. That's kind of the mode.
Totally right. We do see the lick finding his lick onto Danny there on the side of Void Genesis. Microwave Oven and Ego, the last ones remaining on that side of the arena. But they are finally going to get the plug, which is going to attract the horde of the other 6 players in this lobby. You're going to go ahead and switch over to Deceptive Clap now as they're on the Winch Claw. First appearance from them on this event. Red Barrel, Sledge, Smoke Grenade. Haven't seen that in a minute. Goo Grenade and Lockbolt. Let's see what they can make happen, Cody.
Yeah, I think the smoke is just a great call because there's so much range you have to grow. So they are getting the angle. I mean, the damage comes in. That sniper is going to do so much. And the sledge, not enough. Lotus gets a great pick on Deceptive Clap. I mean, it is already kind of crazy, but I will say, yeah, that smoke I think is great. It's going to help you kind of cross the gaps, really just make some space for the sledge. We're already seeing that there's some damage coming in, trying to get the cash box down to a good level. Not running winch though, so not really able to get a good angle. Danny getting an RPG kill onto Hull. Definitely very interesting, Sam.
Totally right. We're going to jump on board with Lotus here, who is down a teammate. Now, one thing about Quick Cash to mention as well, right? Unlimited coins. Reses obviously are going to help as these cash outs do dwindle down pretty quick. We're already halfway through. His Fluidity is going to find a pick onto Ego there. Res does come in on the side of Lotus onto wall hacks to bring them back up to full strength. That's Bread Machine. And they're just going to look and see what they can do to make this retake happen. Obviously, though, they instead of worrying about just one team, they do need to worry about 2. He does start the notice. It finds the pick onto Zale there. A nice one there. That's 1 down. Quite a few more to go that they're going to have to get through. Fluidity finding a pick on Deceptive Clap there. And the kill feed. Lick finding the trade onto Lotus. Sleeper Agents looking pretty good. Down to 1, though. And Lick, last one remaining on side of Bread Machine, Cody.
Yeah, already, I mean, Void Genesis is just playing incredibly well. They kind of have this good height here, and the RPG comes in, gets some great damage, like just getting absolutely speared and paled on the hands of Danny. I mean, this is so cool to see. I think it's such a great, just format, like seeing people be forced to kind of use the tools that they're given, and it is very, very interesting.
Yeah, totally right. And we do see first cash out going on the side of Void Genesis. That is a huge advantage for them as they only need 1 more cash out in order to secure this match win. Kills do matter, though, as well. That is something to keep in mind. Kills do count towards point participation, Cody.
Yeah, kills are definitely going to be really important, not only just for, that point contribution, but just overall having, a team down. If you can get it as close to a, just a good old 2v2 or even a 1v1, that's going to help a lot. I mean, those lights, they're going to duke it out and they're going to be kind of the game changer in this. The heavy is what's going to be able to hold it down. I think we're already starting to see that just a bit. Is the heavies are kind of like the bunker, right? They're going to stay above the box or maybe stay under. They're going to play with their stall tools and they're kind of going to just let the lights do what they need to do. And already Aziel has a great angle here trying to move the box, but the question is, do they notice purple? The lock ball on the cash box, and a great pick from Fluidity. What a play. I mean, they had no clue they were there, Sam.
Yeah, no, massive play out of Fluidity, and I apologize if I seem a little out of the loop. I'm fixing the overlay here on this side, but we're gonna jump aboard Lotus here to see if they can help try to clean this thing up. A nice pick from Fluidity on the Deceptive Clap. Lotus gonna look to even out the fight even further as Danny drops down there along with the Microwave Oven, but they're gonna actually get avoided by the side of Sleeper Agents, who are now looking to see if they can go ahead and make this plug happen. Cashout now in control of Sleeper Agents, Cody.
Yep, Sleeper Agents, I think, in a really great spot here. I mean, you're seeing Lotus kind of just set up, get their util back up, running the motion sensor, which is certainly a choice. I'm not too sure. Sam, maybe you have an idea. Why would I run motion sensor here? It's not like they're running smokes or anything.
I'm not really sure as well. I'm not sure if the light even has any type of vanish available to them. I need to look at the banned gadget list again, but I mean, maybe that helps out. Also, I guess catching for the, you know, looking for the sneaky heavy, I guess. But Danny trying to go for steal there does take a shot to the back of the head, but luckily being on heavy does make it out with their life, but not anymore as Zale is going to find the pick onto them along with Ego. Microwave Up, the last one remaining on Void Genesis. Nice shot there onto Wall Hacks. And Microwave Oven finally getting taken down by the Lick.
Yeah, what's up with insane shots? I think we're going to see a lot of that. The question is, can they interrupt it? It looks like the Goose Stall is able to come in. Lotus holding out the box for just a bit longer. This is definitely a great position. There's not a ton of people up. Void Genesis just now spawning in, and there's not a ton of time, but they are down one player already. They need to be very careful. Just being here to, you know, respond to any sort of steals. I do see that Deceptive Clap is right there. It looks like Lotus was able to spot him out. Deceptive Clap needs to be very careful to not die here. Now the steal starting to come in by Microwave Oven. Looks like they switch it over to Ego. The Charge and Slam comes in. It looks like he misses it, and it stopped the steal anyways. This is great. They need to just stay alive, stay here, and I think they'll be in a good spot. They really want to get that steal off, but I think Void Genesis is struggling to really find a spot. Validity getting a great pick onto Danny with that sniper. I mean, I'm just so happy to see the sniper kills, though. We'd never see this, Sam.
No, we don't. I know in my Point Break games, I am usually on the receiving end of this, but we're going to jump on Fluidity, who has just been on fire. Wall Hacks, though, coming to the help as well to get the pick onto Ego. Fluidity been on fire. I'm curious to see what their kills are at so far, because I just feel like their name is constant in the kill feed. Yeah, 6-1. That checks out.
The Lick, though, 7. I mean, yeah, kind of crazy.
Lick is putting in the work. I mean, those are big points, you know. Like I said, kill participation does count towards these round points. So we're going to just look at Azael here, who's in a 1v1 against, I'm not sure who that is on the side of Void Genesis, but both narrowly making it out. It looks like it's going to be Microwave Oven, though, who's going to take a shot there from the side of Azael, which looks great, Cody.
Yeah, certainly interesting. I'm seeing a lot more long-range play during kind of, you know, the vault phase. And a tracking dart coming in. Don't see that too often. I guess it makes sense, right? It's the perfect thing to kind of have an angle on the teams constantly. Shots going back and forth between Void Genesis and I think Red Machine. Definitely an interesting approach here. And they're starting to move the box. Now we have 2 teams at 10K. And Sam, if they get to 20, I think that's it, right?
That is it. It's similar to Final Round, not as similar to Cashout, where the first team to secure 2 Cashouts do take the map win. So both of these teams, Bread Machine and Void Genesis, looking to close this thing out here. Only time will tell, though. Will they be able to? Because as we know with Quick Cash, third parties just constant. There is only 1 Cashout and 1 vault to play with.
Yeah, I want to say Danny proceeded to run across the entire map, doing a loop past C, and now he's just kind of over here away from both boxes. Not too sure what the plan is, but how did no one check him? I mean, he went through both teams and got all the way back over here, a total circle around the map, and no one stopped him.
Yeah, nice movement and positioning. That's kind of what I was saying earlier about these lights is I'm curious to see what utility they're going to use. It actually is, you know, surprising. No grapple, by the way. which I feel like on Sis Horizon would be what you'd go for, right? There's quite a bit of verticality, a lot of open areas. You can close gaps, you can get out. I'm really surprised by it.
I actually have to disagree with you, Sam. I think because of the so many pads on the map, right, and so much tight corners and angles, I think the dash ends up being a little bit more useful. You know, having the dash pad, having like, you know, the constant corners and everything, being able to dash back and forth in those sniper battles. I think that's a bit better. I think grapple, you'd be, while it's kind of good in the moment, you only get one use, right? You get 3 charges with dash. So I think it'd be a little bit more useful just majority of the time.
Yeah, I could see what you're saying there, especially with the dash comboing onto those arena pads. I mean, we've seen what the super jump can do. You do have 2 teammates as well that are running dash, so maybe at least they can flow together. We're seeing tons of kills come in the kill feed, by the way. Fluidity finding a pick on the Ego there as Microwave Oven's going to find a pick onto Zazzle. I'm not sure if I've gotten the name right once yet in this stream. I'm very sorry, but I'm trying my best over here. But
I want to interrupt to say that it's kind of funny, as someone that does a lot of observing, it's kind of hard to find anyone to watch because it's snipers. So like, anyone could die from across the map at any time. So every time I pick someone, I think I'm picking the wrong person. So this type of observing, you might see me go through a lot of people a lot more quickly. Hopefully you don't get too disoriented, but I want to try to get every view possible because anything can happen at any time because everyone's running snipers.
Yeah, I mean, from 200 meters away, a headshot does take out a light still.
Yeah.
But speaking of headshots, Fluidity finding one there onto Danny, who's just trying to kite for their life. RPG in hand does connect onto Fluidity as now they're brought down to half health. Danny's health regen is kicked in, but Deceptive Clap's going to find a pick onto Ego. It's now every team getting involved here, Cody.
Yeah, we are really running down the clock. It looks like Bread Machine wants to try to get the box moving anytime possible, but really struggling for any team to get the move here. And the winch comes in, that spear doing a ton of damage. Microwave Oven coming in to clean up. I mean, wow. Void Genesis is playing really well. They're playing as a team. They're playing together. I mean, just the kind of the plays there to immediately get some damage off and then come and clean it up together. I mean, I feel like we're so split up, right? We have snipers. It's kind of easier to get split, and playing together might be kind of the moves here.
Oh, I think you're right, and we're going to jump on board with Microwave Oven as Ego finds a pick onto Lotus. That is a man advantage on the side of Void Genesis. And like that, we just saw the motion sensor finally coming into play. Again, I'm with you. I don't really know what benefits really bringing us on this map, but hey, I'm here for all kinds of variety, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, they might know something that we don't. It's totally possible. There's a reason why we're casting and they're playing, Sam.
Yeah. These guys are the pros. They do know more than I do, and I will own that. Danny, though, finding a pick on Deceptive Clap, showing him who's boss.
Great goo.
Smokes and Goo coming in now. This is a nice flipped attempt coming in out of the side of Void Genesis, and that will go through. But we see Zazzle trying to get in there. Microwave Oven saying, no, sir, that remains my box.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, just a great play, right? I mean, the headshot, there's so many cool quick scopes coming in. The lick able to get a great pick onto Danny. Just a good angle. The question is, though, the steal needs to start coming in. It looks like Wallhacks is starting to go for it. Sorry. By the way, fun fact, Hall Wax is the name. Going for the steal now. Looks like Microwave Oven trying to throw a goo out to get the stall in. This is a great place. If they can just break open the wall, they can maybe winch it in. Damage is coming in. Deceptive Clap trying to get some sort of pick. The lock bolt on Microwave Oven struggling to stay alive. The steal is now coming in on the hands of Lotus. Is someone going to be able to stop it? I'm not too sure. No one's able to. The goo cocoon keeping him perfectly safe, Sam.
Yeah, Goo, that coming in clutch. We saw it happen earlier on the flip side of Void Genesis. We just saw it happen there again on the side of Sleeper Agents. Flip, though, coming in now as well for Bread Machine. It is all out chaos here as the sledge from Deceptive is just trying to find a target. That looks like my sledge gameplay there, Cody. Just continuously handy right click. This also seems like my quick cash games where we always seem to go to the last cash out.
Yep. It's just the nature of quick cash, you know. Anytime someone immediately gets to 20K, the finals explode. So it just it can't happen. The lock bolt coming in though, trying to hit the winch. Nothing's able to get in, and ton of damage on this side of Lotus, cleaning it up. Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunate little meltdown there. We're gonna look at wall hacks here though. It is kind of an even fight. We do see the vault actually in favor of Void Genesis. Oh my gosh, Hall Wax. I know you mentioned it earlier, and it's like gone out my mind.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. No offense to you. We're gonna say wall hacks. It's too easy.
It is too easy. Yeah, listen, I try my best out here. You know. Oh, nice shots though as Microwave Oven finds the body shot melee combo at lightning speed onto Hall Wax. I got it right that time. Lick, though, finding a pick onto Fluidity. Those are kills across the board as Zazzle's going to find a pick onto Danny. Microwave Oven now taking damage as well. Lick putting him down. Ego, the last one remaining on the side of Void Genesis.
Yep, it looks like a ton of damage is coming in on the side of Sleeper Agents. I mean, absolutely just taking away Void Genesis from the fight, and now they're starting to move the vault over to the cash box. And I think looks like a team just spawned in. They're waiting for him. Gateway not able to get them onto height, which would have been a great position for them. They're now taking the low level, but the question is do they notice Bread Machine coming through? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it does look like Azazel is going to continue to make progress here as the box has been plugged on the side of, actually, I believe, Sleeper Agents. This overlay is just, I'm having a fun time, let me tell you. Turns out, yeah, Quick Cash flips all the colors of every team around. Every team is a different color than what it should be. It's sick. But yeah, we're going to jump on board with Azazel now on the side of Bread Machine, finding a nice shot there onto Danny. The pick finally coming in out of the Lick. Hey, nice rhyme there. And just continuing to battle it out, Cody.
Yep. Zazzle kind of doing just a great job at running around, staying moving, which is something you want to do, right? The snipers are going to set up. They're going to have angles. You want to just constantly be moving, just being ready as soon as the steal comes in to get a pick and do what you need to do. But you really don't want to get wiped here. I mean, it's Quick Cash, so there's two other teams. There's a ton of opportunity for a lot of chaos to happen, and you want to try to be involved as soon as possible. Danny throwing down a goo wall, but doesn't notice that Azazel has a great pick on him. The headshot comes in. He notices too late, though. Down goes Danny by the hands of Azazel, and it looks like Microwave Oven absolutely popping off, getting a kill with fire, and then another pick with the sniper. Azazel just trying to stay alive. Not really too great of a position for either of these teams because Sleeper Agents are playing great. I mean, they have... Oh, wait, hold on. I spoke too soon. The Lick got picked by Microwave Oven. Just absolutely a machine. Looks like Ego is going for the pick. Danny throwing down Morgu, trying to support, and it comes in. This sledgehammer. Oh, Wallace getting two? What?
Yeah, Wallax finding two there with a grenade and an SR-84 there. He's going to try to dive in here to see what else they can make happen as a Microwave Oven. Letting the box go. Interesting attempt there as Fluidity finally trades that one out. Steal attempt coming in on the side of Sleeper Agents, and I think that is going to be map win for Sleeper Agents, Cody.
Yeah, I think Sleeper Agents are taking it home for the first map.
Yeah, insane gameplay there. Like you said, Sniper. Making things very chaotic. It's all over the place to know what's going on there. But nice plays overall. I'm still a little surprised by just giving the box away right there at the end. I wasn't sure what we were waiting on the goose stall for and maybe waiting for the smoke to lift. But all in all, amazing gameplay happening on Sis Horizon, Cody.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the leaderboard just real quick because I know there was some absolutely hard hitters. Speaking of Microwave Oven, 16 eliminations. And really, most of the lights in this lobby were just slaying. I mean, they were playing TDM. I mean, 11 from Hall, Wax, never going to get that one down. Fluidity at 10. Microwave Oven again at 16 and the Lick at 12. I mean, all of these teams played, honestly, in my opinion, really well. It shows because each one got a plug.
Yeah, I mean, that is as close as it gets to Quick Cash, Cody. And overall, what are your thoughts after seeing double sniper and melee heavy? Do you think this is the upcoming meta?
Yeah, I think it's really on the horizon. I think we're going to see maybe even triple sniper. I think it's really, we're paving the way here over at the Crest League.
Yeah, absolutely generational. We really are just pioneers of the meta here at Crest League, especially in your Hammer and Scalpels event. And real quick, shout out to Vanguard Gaming for having us along for the ride today. This has been awesome to provide some extra coverage. We are going to take a quick break here in just a moment to get that overlay fixed so that no longer we're confused. And we'll be back in the action here momentarily while our lobby gets set up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the brief pause. We, had to fix some things here, but we're good to go now, and we've already got our teams in the next lobby. We're going to be watching Grockenbach, Bread Machine, and Tilt Titans, which are going to be an absolutely stacked lobby. Grockenbach, I think, especially. Isn't that Stu J and Varian's team, Cody?
Not just Varian and CJ, but also Llama, which is just a team of some insane hard hitters, just from a small, grassroots event, the Grand Major. But yeah, they're here, and they're, I think it's going to be incredibly fun to watch. I mean, it's not too many times you see pros limited to a loadout like this, and I think that's where you shine the most, is when you're limited, when you're given only a few tools. That's when creativity sparks the most, if you ask me, Sam.
Totally right. I mean, we've seen what you can do with the 93R. We've seen what you could do with the Shack Winch, but what can you do with the SR-84 sniper rifle in the Spear? Now, that is the test of champions, if you ask me, and we're going to find out here on Crest League, Hammer and Scalpels, the first special event from Crest League. And again, shout out Vanguard Gaming for bringing us along. If you're not familiar with who we are, we're the Final Central, or TFC, and we do a lot of B streams for a lot of different tournaments and things like that. So without further ado, I just heard the ding as we're getting ready to get into the lobby here. Cody, what are we looking forward to?
Well, I wanted to say, I think you already said the map bans, right?
Oh, no, I was too busy yapping. Yep, so
This
Grockenbach.
guy yaps too good. What
sorry.
Because we already know where we're going. We're going to Zombie Citadel.
Yeah. Grockenbach decided to ban out Fangway. Bread Machine banned out Monaco. Tilt Titan said bye-bye to Bernal. And here we are, Nozomi Citadel. So we've had Sis, and we've had Nozomi so far. Can we say we were really surprised by these picks, Cody? Yeah. We've never seen this before.
I personally am very excited for Nozomi. I think it's going to really help heavies kind of get their way around. So, I mean, I'm excited. Already see some interesting approach. A lot of love on the winch side of these teams. So I think we're going to have a good match in front of us, Sam.
Yeah. Jumping on immediately. Let me correct myself real quick. Grockenbach is Stu J's team. Am I wrong? Am I right? Did the game just change around our lobby? I think it did.
I think it did.
We've
found a new glitch with
yeah, new bug.
Cash,
yay.
it's fine.
Okay, so
Sam will never be happy.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right. I'll cover it for now. Already looks like Grockenbach are kind of going crazy. Varian and Llama getting some great picks on to Bread Machine. Tommy Tomato is down. So is Terry Turnip and Tito Tater. Oh, they have a cool little, they're like a sandwich. Literally, I really like that name. Varian coming in with a great set of shots. I mean, this team is looking kind of nasty. Jumping in on the man himself. Oh my God. Okay, that's crazy. I'm sorry. I just got a little goofy on the beat. Anyways, Varian playing kind of nasty. Gateway in hand. Looks like they're setting up for a great gateway play. Unfortunately, it looks like the Tilt Titans are not in a great spot. I think you might have the teams mixed up a little bit again, Sam. It looks like Bread Machine is the top left one, and the Tilt Titan. I don't know. I've lost in the sauce. Doesn't matter. We're watching a cool game because Varian is on a sniper, and Stu J is popping off with him. Getting some great shots. Oh my God. I mean, there's a reason why these guys are at the major. I mean, this is just an absolute slaughter. Stu J and Varian, there is no team that can take them on because they're just a machine. Poor Terry Turnip holding it down. The spear comes in, tries to get the damage. The gateway able to get him out. Varian just making a great play, holding it down for the team. Stu J cleans it up as Varian moves it over to Cash Box A. And now they're starting to make their way over. Looks like the Tilt Titans are not in too great of a spot. They're on cooldown. Some shots coming in by the hands of Varian. Ton of damage coming on to Decepticlap, trying to get away, trying to do something. But Varian says, no, thank you, and gets more shots, trying to get some other shot onto the Lick, the last one alive for the Bread Machine, holding it down for the rest of us. Varian sneakily trying to get by the Tilt Titans. It looks like they notice him. Running away with the trophy, trying to get good old Stu J up. Nobody notices. Hand Rezzing gonna jump over to Llama, getting some great damage with that sledgehammer. Down goes one, down goes two, down goes three. I mean, oh my gosh, they are definitely the Grok and the Bach.
Llama known, by the way, previously for his Sledge gameplay, so this is not surprising to see him on Sledge. I think this is actually his bread and butter. I remember that that's what people wanted to see at the major, and he even pulled it out, I'm pretty sure once or twice, if I'm not mistaken. So not surprising to see him pop off there, and time is dwindling down on this Cashout. He's going to go ahead and drop in there to see what he can make happen. Does he land the winch? He does. The smoke not going to be enough to get Deceptive, to get that Deceptive steal, as Azazel is the last one remaining on the side of Bread Machine, and he gets cleaned up by Varian. Time dwindling down. Not much remaining here. We're going to stay on Llama as he tries to continue to clutch this up. A nice goo to block the spin to win out of Terry Turnip, but it's not going to be enough as the blender does rein in and pick up Llama. This is looking like a scary situation now if you're Grokabok. Gustal, though, coming in now out of the side of Stujay, I believe. Varian going to look to see if he can stall this up even longer. Another Gustal coming in. Absolutely perfect execution out of the TGM former players. Terry Turnip Beyblading it in the kill feed, though, finds one onto the lick. The res out of Varian on the Llama. Cashout, not much time remaining. If somebody's going to steal this thing, they need to get on it, and it looks like it's going to be Tommy Tomato looking to make this thing happen, but Llama's going to say no as he picks up Tommy Tomato and Terry Turnip to wipe Tilt Titans triple threats. What about
yeah. I actually am such a big fan of their names. Tommy Tomato, Terry Turnip, and Tito Tater. Put them on a t-shirt because I'll wear it. Already oh my gosh. I want you to know it has been a treat watching this team play because nobody can seem to stop them. Shots coming in from Stujay, having a great angle on this lane here. It's really kind of scary for any team to try to position themselves. Looks like the Tilt Titans are holding it down, trying to get something. A winch comes in and Llama gets a great pick onto Tito, and now more damage coming in as well. Not really too great of a position for Mr. Terry Turnip. Down goes Tommy Tomato, and Terry Turnip goes by as well. I feel like I'm reading like a storybook. It's kind of fun.
It does feel like a Dr. Seuss. Unfortunately, though,
Terry Turnip
are all three of those fruits?
Looked around on their zombie citadel and noticed that his friends weren't anywhere near.
Unfortunately, it does look like the solid squad has been put into the blender as they're going to be back on cooldown and waiting for things to wrap up here. But we're going to stay on Stujay here, who has been absolutely diabolical and continues to do so as he takes out the lick there. Azazel down quite a bit of damage as well. I'm guessing found a shot off of Varian. And yes, the second shot does connect. We're going to look at Llama now to look and see how much stall he can set up. We already saw the winch bring the box outside. This is a great position for that Cashout on the balcony. But we also see Deceptive with no team around him trying to drop this box down to hopefully set themselves back up as they coin back in 5 seconds. Something to talk about in Quick Cash real quick. Wave respawns. They are not asynchronous like they are in Cashout. Everybody shares the same timers. So the lick has spawned back in, but Azazel laying behind just a little bit. Stujay is going to find Tito Tater, Tommy Tomato finding the pick onto Deceptive Clap. The kill feed absolutely popping off here as Varian finds Terry Turnip, and Tommy Tomato finds the refrag onto Varian. Res out of Tommy Tomato onto Terry Turnip, and now we're going to jump on board with Azazel. This is the team that just coined in on the side of Bread Machine. We saw Deceptive Clap trying to set up a potential steal opportunity when his team got back. Unfortunately, it does look like that he has gone down. So Bread Machine probably going to take a beat here, wait for the team to regroup, and then hopefully make their approach to flip this thing in their favor, Cody.
Yep, I do love the way, you know, just that team kind of rolls off the tongue. But I am enjoying watching Stujay getting some great picks. A little bit of low to health regen starting to come in. It's kind of a great angle, and that's kind of the thing I've noticed from a lot of these teams is the teams that do best are the ones that are running away, trying to stay out. Great little hip fire shot from Stujay coming in, trying to get the melee, dodging back and forth, but the melee comes in. Down goes Azazel by the hands of Stujay with that big old elbow that he has. And this is looking great, but not too great for Bread Machine because it's just Deceptive Clap. And it looks like the Tilt Titans are going for some sort of kill. Stujay getting a great pick onto Tommy Tomato. Down goes Terry Turnip, and Tito Tater goes down as well.
Oh,
this my! Is just absolutely popping off. Varian getting a pick on Deceptive Clap, and that is the game. It's over.
Oh my gosh, an absolute blender of sniper fire there at the end out of Stujay. The kill feed just absolutely insane with rainbow colors, but big Tommy Tomato fan over here. Yeah, I see that. I see that. A little bit of bias out of the caster.
A little bit of bias on the hands of Tommy Tomato.
Oh my God, look how many kills this team has. What in the world?
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit of TDM, but oh my gosh,
Oh
look at them
my.
go. 13 from Stooge, 12 from Llama, and 12 from Marion. What are
Oh,
we looking at?
37 kills in a game that only had
That's
2
pretty
cash outs,
nuts.
by the way. It didn't even go past 2. That is slammage at the final. Oh my gosh.
Well, you're seeing it here live because oh my god.
Those guys might be major ready with
Oh.
that loadout, just straight up. Double sniper and
That's what the
sledge
Major's
on the
for
llama
right
might be
there,
enough.
man.
That's crazy. Insane work.
I think I was tearing up.
I mean, I gotta say, that's some of the most fun finals I've watched in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Stooge.
Yeah, that was an incredible match. I mean, I felt like I wish I could have watched all 3 of them at once because there was something going just everywhere. It was crazy.
Yeah, we needed the multi POV setup there to even keep track of what was happening.
Well,
I mean,
you want to hear the good news, Sam?
I would love to hear it.
We get to see Grok and Buck again.
Oh,
We get 'em.
yippee.
What if I told you I think we get them for the rest of the V stream?
No way. That's fire.
Yeah.
All right, my fellas are going to stay in the lobby, Cody. But what do you think after watching that? I mean, what if you're up against that? You know, like normally we have like a bit where we could be like, yeah, you know, like we've seen this, we've seen what they can do. What can they change up? We haven't seen any of this, right? We haven't seen any 2 sniper, 1 melee before. What do you do? What do you change up so that you don't get 37 kills on the enemy team? How do you shut that down? Give me your thoughts, Cody.
I think you just lock in.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think you just lock in.
Yeah, when all else fails, just lock it in. So.
Yep.
Well, Cody.
No, genuinely, I don't know what you do. I really think yeah, I think you just log in. I don't know.
I think we're still a little stunned by what we've just witnessed. Real quick, I think there's some games still going on. So, Cody, anything to add before maybe we take ourselves a quick little breather and reset?
Yeah, I just want to say shout out Stormora in the chat.
Yo, W Storm Aurora. Welcome in.
W.
Everybody check out her new vid, by the way. Very fire vid.
Yeah.
And also shout out Vanguard Gaming once again for bringing the
yeah,
TFC fellas
of course.
onto the stream to allow us to provide you some extra coverage. We are live here on a lot of channels. My Twitch, Cody's Twitch, the Final Central Twitch, and also the Final Central YouTube. So YouTube chat, if you're over there as well, we see you loud and clear, fellas. Welcome in. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is a very fun event. Don't go anywhere, though.
I'm having a blast, man.
Yeah, me too. Don't go anywhere, though. We got 2 more matches coming up here and more quick cash sniper and melee heavy activities for you. Don't touch that mouse, fellas.
Don't touch that mouse.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still waiting for our next lobby to get underhand, but real quick, W Splash 006 for the raid. Insane, and welcome in, everybody. Splash, thank you so much. I hope you had an amazing stream. I saw you're playing with Neon. That is sick. And welcome in, everybody. We are actually the B stream for Vanguard Gaming's special event that they're hosting as part of Crest League called Hammer and Scalpels, where essentially it is quick cash. Teams are playing 4 games each, and teams are comprised of 2 snipers and 1 melee heavy. It has been insane. We just finished watching TGM players Stu J, Llama, and Varian absolutely tear up the arena, dropping a crazy 37 eliminations in a match and getting both cash outs. It was genuinely diabolical.
That emote is crazy. That emote is crazy. I'm sorry, I had to bring it up. I was supposed to bring it up. The emote's crazy. Anyways, thank you. Yeah, I want to jump in on that. That we will be having Stu J, Llama, and Varian in for the rest of the B stream. So stay tuned because you missed some crazy stuff earlier. It's crazy.
Oh, and Llama has corrected me. Varian was not at TMG. He was in my heart though. So coming to slack.
Yeah. Well, if you look, when I got there, I was like, should have been there.
Yeah, but insane gameplay. This event has been awesome, and it's a great way to spend a Thursday. Is it Thursday already? Yeah, Thursday evening. Just watching stuff that we're just manifesting
that Varian will be at the major. That's why. My goat. I'm just saying.
So Cody, we're waiting on our next teams. We get to watch Grockenbach again, which we just saw them. I mean, lights out might not even be the right phrase. I don't even know what you call what we just watched. That was genuine insanity. But we're going to watch them again, along with Sleeper Agents and the Jiggy Piggies. What are your thoughts coming into this matchup, Curry?
I just want to see Llama. I want to see Llama swing the SLH. That's what I want to see.
You don't think he swaps it up, goes spear or anything? You think he stays right there on the sledgehammer?
I hope so. It's like a home cooked meal. Takes me back. Ratatouille when he finally eats the dish and you're like, that's me. That's me watching this right now. Crazy.
No, we don't think you're going spear.
I think
it was for a bit. No, we don't think you're going spear. Come on now.
Oh man.
Come on now. That would just be heinous out of you, in all honesty.
It would be heinous.
But we are waiting, like I said, for the other teams to get out of their match. I actually don't have the bracket. Let me pull it up real quick. I can't pull it up on stream, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. It doesn't look like it's up to date. So we're going to just find out who wins this thing at the end. Yeah, nobody trusts me with the math, and they should because I'm terrible at it.
Flamethrower bow match. Oh, no.
The 11th hour flamethrower bow match is a diabolical comm. I would definitely be curious to see how that would go. My first imagination is terrible, but on both sides, it sounds extremely unfun. But shout out Seismic, shout out Vav again for bringing us on and for all the amazing work that they're doing with Crest League. If you guys want to get involved with Crest League, join their Discord. They've got a lot going on. It is linked over on their Twitter. Follow them over there as well. They're running a ton of different special events, including I think they've got a Powershift tournament that, Cody, you were casting, and I think it got postponed because of a bug, but when is that coming back?
I'm not too sure. I think we'll figure out very soon, but we will be finishing it up. I think it's going to be a top 4 stream. I'm very excited. It'll be very fun.
Awesome. Well, I guess we're still just waiting on this.
Just hanging out. I want to talk to chat. Can you explain to everyone the format? Did you explain to them what was going on?
I did. Yeah. So again,
so
go ahead.
The question is though, with that, now that everyone knows the format, I hope you've been listening. What would you guys choose if you're on heavy or if you're on light? What kind of loadouts are you going in with? Curious. You're going to be running grapple. You're going to be doing dash. If you're on heavy, are you going to run spear? Are you going to run sledge? What are we thinking?
I still think the sledge makes the most sense. While chat puts in their thoughts, I still think the sledge makes the most sense. The right click is like the on the spear is kind of like the fly swatter, I'd say a little bit. If you're surrounded by the lights, but overall, that sledge just provides so much utility, especially with drop. That's actually, I feel like, what we've seen so far out of these 2 games, especially out of Llama. There was actually quite a bit of setup happening with the sledge, winching the box out onto the balconies of the Zomi, for example, and then going from there. Yeah, I feel like that's the pick if you're going heavy personally. Granted, I probably have 45 minutes, not including heaven or else on spear. So, take my knowledge as limited as it is, Cody.
Yeah, that is fair. I don't know. The big thing is like wondering, I guess depending on the map, right? And how many layers there are. It's kind of the big thing between the winch and the charge and slam. I do think because of quick hash and how chaotic it is, I wonder if the charge and slam's kind of better, especially with all the goo we've been seeing. You just kind of want to just charge and slam through all of it. The winch doesn't really get too much utility, especially when there's like no time to set it up. But what do I know?
Right. Yeah, fair enough. We are starting to get some people into the lobby, gentlemen and ladies and everybody else. We've got people coming in, and we are about to get this thing underway. We've got Sleeper Agents, Grok and Bach, and the Jiggy Piggies. What a sick team name. What is a Jiggy Piggy, Cody?
I don't know if I'm qualified to make that call.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have your doctorate in Jiggy Piggy.
I don't know if I can make that call.
Fair enough. Well, I think we just need our map bands here. The map pool for this one: Fortune, Sis Horizon, Fangway, and Monaco. Cody, what are you hoping we get?
Well, it is a little interesting for the people that weren't here. We did have Sis already, and we did have Nozomi, and I was a big fan of Nozomi. I think it has a little bit of everything, allows the heavies to maneuver around. Already, it looks like we're getting a ban in from the side of Grok and Bach. I think they said Fangway is banned. Fortune is being banned by the side of the Jakey Piggies. I'm gonna be scared of saying that one. I don't know. It just
Interesting. A map ban of Sis Horizon. I really thought we would be stuck in the Sis Nozomi purgatory, but we are gonna get something else, and that is Monaco. And as you guys probably know, watching, Monaco and Sniper Rifle is, I feel like if there is a bread and butter, is probably that.
Yeah, Monaco is interesting. I know Llama's capable of it, but it's going to be a little hard breaking that distance. We'll see. I mean, if anyone's able to do it, I think Llama will pull it off. But we know Stu J and Varian are probably rubbing their hands together. They're like, oh yeah,
they're gonna hold the horde back, probably.
Yeah, they're gonna be on church, all right. We know that. We know what's happening.
So your map prediction, right? I know some people like to avoid prediction, but Cody and I, we like to have a little fun.
We like to gamble a little bit.
We like a little bit of that. Cody, it sounds like you're taking Grockenbach here. Yeah, I feel like that's the vibes I'm getting off of you. Am I wrong?
I think they would be mad at me if I didn't. So pause the stream if you're Llama.
Cover your ears.
Yeah, cover your ears. Okay, so now that they're not listening, I hear you peeking. Keep them closed. Anyways, I'm gonna root for the newcomer to the P stream, which is the I'm gonna call them the JP.
Okay.
JP. I don't know. Just something about the name. It makes me a little scared when I say it. I don't know.
No way.
I've
actually got.
It's kind of a mouthful. I don't know.
See. I thought you were gonna take Rocketbach, and I was like, I can't go 2-0. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't double up. So I'm still gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with Sleeper Agents. I saw Fluidity earlier. They played in our first game. They probably were under a different team name because I absolutely cooked the overlay. I'm gonna owe that. That thing was cooked. But they looked really good in first map. So I'm curious to see if they can give Stu J and Varian a run for their money. Obviously we just saw them drop 37 kills, so the bar has been unbelievably high all of a sudden. But I've got Sleeper Agents. I think they can pull this one, Cody.
No, I think it's a good pick. I mean, Sleeper Agents, I think, played really, really well when we saw them on, our first game of the night. I think they won it, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, this team, has showed some promise. And while it is a little bit of a hill to climb, I think it's always possible. But now we are jumping into nice and sunny Monaco. 11:30 a.m. By the way.
Listen. I was just about to say that. I think Embark heard us. I think they heard you and I. They watched the Pugs VOD, bro.
They moved it around. They're like, we can't make every day 2 p.m. It's just a little weird. It's a little weird that every map is 2 p.m. All of a sudden, now we got weird times like 11:30. Where'd the 30 come from? That's all I'm saying. Well, regardless, Sam, we're jumping in right now, like I said, onto the Water of Monaco and already taking a peek. It seems like the winch, interestingly enough, except Lotus says otherwise. I'm going to put on the charge and slam. I think it's a good choice here for the winch. It seems to be the popular choice. Already jumping in with the wonderful and lovely fluidity on the side of Sleeper Agents, the team that you're rooting for, Sam.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention before we get underway, real quick. Winch, right? Do you run winch pretty much just for cash box manipulation? Because I feel like if you're gonna go charge and slam on a map, this is probably it. I feel like Monaco is probably the map for charge and slam. The amount of terrain that you could... How is the crane already gone? What has happened over here? Sniper shots already ringing in, though. We're going to start off here on Helio, who gets absolutely by Varian. Just as soon as we started, it ended. Varian finding first blood, I believe, in the lobby there. We're going to jump on board now to see what he can continue to make happen here. Stujay took some damage, but finds the pick onto Fluidity. Lotus, last one remaining on the side of Sleeper Agents. We see him just waiting for the revive. 10 seconds. We mentioned it earlier that it is quick cash, which means we have synchronous coin timers, right? The timers move together. Whereas in cash out, in final round, we're normally used to them being asynchronous. You know, somebody might be on 20 seconds, somebody might be on 15. And yeah, anyways, look at the kill feed though. Llama finding 2 with that sledgehammer. And then Stujay, I believe, finding the 3rd onto Jiggy Piggies to send them back to the spectator screen, Cody.
Yeah, definitely an interesting spot for the JPs. They're kind of just getting trapped out here. But now, Brockenbach doing really great at just kind of, controlling the entire lobby. Kind of, Helio able to get some... Oh, never mind. I saw Fluidity taking some damage. I mean, this team is just kind of holding it down. Helio really low, throws down the goo, trying to get away, trying to get out. And we know that this team is going to chase because they want their picks. Not a great position for the Sleeper Agents. It's very scary against this team. I think one thing I want to see, Sam, is I want to see more, height usage, especially on Monaco. Height is everything. I saw that they already took down the crane, which is really smart. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm assuming that Grockenbach were on top of that. Llama getting an RPG kill. Who knows where? It seems like he seems to pull those out of nowhere.
Yeah, RPG, putting in extra work. I guess that is one way to do some ranged damage while you're on the heavy, but we're going to go ahead and hop on with Varian here. We already saw him absolutely body earlier on Stujay, finding a pick on the Helio, and Varian, nice shot on Urez there. Going to go ahead and drop in here, look to find this final kill onto Pennywise. He's got him in his sights. The window tech coming in absolutely clean there. In hot pursuit, the winch out of Llama, finding Pennywise there in the sledge combo to finish things off. Box remaining in possession of the side of Grockenbach.
Yeah, Grockenbach continued to just play well. They have so much map control, so much knowledge. I mean, you're going to see it with a team like this. I mean, they know what they're doing. And you see in every move that they make, the winch coming out, getting it into a great spot where not a ton can see or get it. I mean, the goo blocking off the winch angle, which is just incredibly smart. I mean, Llama knows what he's doing. I said it once, I'll say it again. You just saw it right there. It's a great example. Coming in with the sledge, trying to get a pick onto someone, protocol, trying to hold it out. Throws a shot out towards Llama, taking a little bit of damage. He's like, you know what? I'll get you later.
You should thank you. That's enough. Llama's going to go ahead and back up.
I just want to give you a little appetizer.
He's going to go ahead and back up here, wait for the health regen, gets back up to full strength. Let's jump on board now with Varian, though, to see what else he can make happen. He's been absolutely electric this match. Cashout dwindling down in possession of Grockenbach, and nobody really making too much of an approach just yet. We do see the sledge out of, I believe, Lotus down below on the side of Sleeper Agents, trying to open up some of this house here to maybe make a path and a rotate so that he doesn't take any more fire from these sniper rifles, but ultimately does get found by Varian, and he's going to go ahead and fall as the cash out now about, I believe, 30 seconds away, unless rules are different in quick cash, which they might be. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know. But Helio taking some damage here. We're going to look at Pennywise to see what else they can make happen. Just a lot of neutrality coming out on the side of Jiggy Piggies. No real attempt just yet. The winch, unfortunately, did not pull that box in as far as they probably wanted to. It does look like it bounced off the edge and went back out in the open. This is great positioning if you're the side of Grockenbach, as that cash out is going to be theirs, Cody.
Yeah, really just struggled to find any sort of position. I mean, the winches came out trying to manipulate the cash box, and nothing just really ever capitalized. But Llama coming in with the winch into the shot, and Varian takes the kill from Llama. I mean, that is crazy. The RPG trying to get some sort of damage. It looks like Pennywise tried to hold it out. Varian is just too nice on that thing. I mean, Grockenbach, I think, are able to be shut down. I've noticed a lot, Sam, that this team, they kind of split up and just really just play numbers, right? Numbers is everything in Quick Cash. It's, 9 people on a single box duking it out for control. So you really got to pick your fights and make sure you're getting the team that is in possession. And I don't think a lot of teams are doing that. We're seeing them play so slow, really just try to get an angle. It looks like Protocol was able to get a great pick onto Lotus. Now, Jiggy Piggies are coming in. Llama getting the winch, able to dash away. The goo comes out, trying to block him off, keep him a little bit close. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. That's what Llama says. And a pick comes out from Varian again. Now, Protocol able to get a pick onto Llama. Varian, Protocol duking it out, but Varian says, no, thank you. I'm avenging my homie. But no, Pennywise says, nope, I got an RPG for you. And comes in and gets a pick. It is now just Stujay. The question is, there's still a chance for some more avenging. Stujay decides otherwise.
Yeah, I think Stujay popped the coin just before, and I think Quick Cash, if I'm not mistaken, has a rule where essentially if you die under like a certain time, it gets put back to like 7 seconds or 15 seconds. So I think that's what happened there. I think Stujay coined in, and it was right before Varian, was about to, and unfortunately somebody died and reset their timer. Either way, though, they're back up to full strength. Box has not been plugged yet, which is mighty cautious. Fluidity here on top of Chapel, looking to find some targets. Varian getting a pick on Urez. Protocol getting a pick onto Varian there for the trade out. Llama down to half health, but does get a pick onto Lotus. It looks like everybody is involved all of a sudden, as Llama's going to find another one onto Pennywise. Everybody falling victim to this sledgehammer on the side of Llama as he continues to just reign supreme. Stujay finding a pick on the Helio. Grockenbach going absolutely insane in the kill participation. And a reminder, chat, that is a way to earn points in this event. So not only are they doing well in placement, but kills as well, as Varian's going to continue the process, finding a kill onto Protocol. Steal attempt now coming in on the side of Llama. We do see not much congestion there, as that flip does go in favor of Grockenbach. And now both of these teams need to start moving with haste, because if Grockenbach secure this cash out, the map is over. A nice shot on Urez, following through onto Varian, by the way. That finally maybe helps them get in here, as Pennywise is going to sledge his way through and try to get back on top of his box, but it is winched out into the open, Cody.
That was a great winch coming in from Pennywise. Great angle. Maybe possibly going for the gravity cube, but no. Pennywise is coming in with the steal. Someone trying to interrupt. Llama trying to get the right click. Doesn't seem to connect, but it did interrupt the steal. I will say, Sam, it looks like Grockenbach are able to be stopped here. It's possible. I've seen some picks go out, but it doesn't look like the Jiggy Piggies are going to be the ones to do it, because down goes Urez, down goes Pennywise. It's now just Protocol holding it out. Looks like a steal's coming in, but no. Llama says no, thank you. Helio getting a pick onto Urez. It is not looking too great. It is just Grockenbach really versus the sleeper agents here, because the time is ticking down. There's not a ton of time. Varian getting a ton of picks.
Oh my God!
Protocol, the live wires. Oh, no, not the live wires. Sorry. Grockenbach taking out the Jiggy Piggies, and I think they're going to take this one home 20-0.
Oh my gosh. Sleeper agents, Jiggy Piggies, fellas, you gotta start fighting them at some point. Stop fighting each other. Band together.
I mean, I genuinely did say it, like, seeing this matchup here, I think there were some really, really great picks onto Grockenbach. And I think they had the capability of actually getting them out of the fight for a little bit, maybe getting that team wipe. They just needed to really push it while they were down. I mean, especially like the Jiggy Piggies, they got some great picks, right? There was steals coming in. They were going for the reses. I mean, we saw Pennywise get a great RPG. I don't think there was too much follow-up. I think that was the big thing, right? We needed to see more follow-up. But looking at the leaderboard, Stujay,
I gotta say,
5 picks there. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I gotta say real quick before, as we're jumping into the leaderboard, right? You remember how I said Stujay coined? Yeah, that wasn't true. I must have been lying, because he didn't die. Apparently,
I know. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Cody.
No, I'm drinking water now. It's your turn.
Okay. Varian, no surprise here. 13-3, 6.8k damage. Absolutely massive fluidity. I think I gave him the caster curse. 0-4. I said that he was popping off map 1, and I think he got put in this place. this game. Unfortunately, yeah, not a lot going on the side of Sleeper Agents. Jiggy Piggies, though, Protocol, we saw some nice picks there, 4 and 6, but
Yeah, no, Protocol was really, I think, coming in clutch. I mean, even then, Pennywise with the one pick, I think there was some good damage coming out. No, it's not a ton, but I mean, when it mattered, it mattered. And you're as 1400, still some decent damage. Yeah, I think like I said, the big thing, Sam, I think you agree with me. A follow-up was key there. There was some really, really, quintessential picks, especially out of Varian. That was 3 deaths. I think we just followed up, pushed the team a bit while they were down. I know they're scary, but doesn't mean they're invulnerable.
yeah, I'm actually shocked, by the way, at like the heavies on that map and how they were actually able to move around. Coming into this event, like talking with Seismic, like we were curious to see if the heavies are going to be stuck kind of abandoned in the open while the snipers do their own thing, or how that's going to work out with no mesh shield. And the reasoning behind the mesh shield, because I asked him, was because they didn't want to just have people on rooftops with a mesh shield and you're poking behind it, because obviously this is the world's greatest game show, and we want to make sure we're actually providing entertaining content, not just even further enabling poke that we've that actually has been removed today. Apparently, everybody's saying it's dead.
I know, I'm excited to play.
Everybody's saying it's dead. I haven't played yet.
I'm excited to play.
Yep, but overall, I've been surprised. I've been surprised that the heavies have actually been very enabled and able to move around the map. We saw the charge and slam, like I said, being able to open up a lot of walls. Sledgehammer, of course, also making a lot of rotate opportunities. And I think that's why we're not seeing as much.
Do you hear that?
No. What do I hear?
You don't hear that? I'm getting a transmission. Hold on.
Okay.
This just in. We have the leaderboard update.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's take a look. I again do not have a view for.
Well, what if I told you I just sent you a screenshot?
Well, I know. I'm saying I don't have a way to pull it up for chat. But Grockenbach,
that's fine.
Looking absolutely massive in first place at 132 total points. I want to know how many of that is kill participation. It's got to be something absurd. Like,
it's probably a ton, but I also want to highlight in second place is Sleeper Agents at 97. Which I think that team, I mean, they didn't do too well in our last game. I think they really struggled to find a footing there, especially I think they just kind of got caught, right? We said it, the Jiggy Piggies just really, I think, kind of struggling to, go against the main enemy, which is Grockenbach there. I think they were kind of fighting each other most of the time, but not too far behind. About, what is that? Do the math. You're the math guy.
I'm sorry. I'm already setting up for next game.
No, it's fine. I got it. It's about 30 points, which, I mean, I'm not too sure. I don't think that would be too bad because we still have one more game to go. And it's possible that they could get quite a lot of kills in this next game. So it really is anyone's battle here. I'm very excited.
I don't mean to alarm you. I think I've seen a newly updated scoreboard. Unless this is incorrect, Grockenbach now at 184 points. Void Genesis at 118 in second place. You're so up.
Yeah, that wasn't a part of the transmission.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Because there's more games to come and anything can change, Sam. The question is, who are we going to have in this next round? If anyone isn't aware, it is a round robin tournament. So that means every team plays each other at least once. There's no bracket. It's just kind of everyone plays. And then we see who has the most points at the end. Top 3 will be a part of the mix here. But looking at it, round 4, for anybody that's wondering, our map pool is Monaco, Bernal, Nozomi, and Fangwei. We have not seen Fangwei yet.
We have not.
I'm very curious.
Listen, I personally think Fangwei. I was a D1 hater of the map. Okay, when it released, hated it. Absolutely hated it. It's grown on me more. I actually feel like for this event, it actually would probably be pretty fun. I'm just saying. I think that all the verticality, there's a lot of tight corners like we saw in Nozomi, which I thought made for a lot of exciting fights. Like, I actually think Fangwei would be really entertaining to watch. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that we get to see it this round. That's just my take.
I was just told that we have the first, the second, and the fourth place teams in this game on the B stream. So I think we'll have a great game set up for us. Speaking of those teams that I was just getting into, Grockenbach, Void Genesis, and Schemers, which we have not seen yet. Schemers is a new team to the mix on the B stream. Might have seen them on the A stream. Speaking of, if you don't know, there is an A stream. We're actually technically the B stream. So check that one out too. If you don't know, there's a pretty cool guy over there. Name is already IRL. He's casting. and so is Vav, who's a great friend of mine. Both, I mean, me and Artie are like this canonically. So, but
That is your Pookie.
I'm good friends with both of them.
I mean, Artie is John Final himself, so how can you not say this? I mean, like, what an honor, am I right?
Well, some might say that me and Artie have a team secret.
That swing and a miss. I wish I had the crickets in front of me right now. Soundboard. I don't have it in front of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I threw that one in the PSL chat, and I got a lot of bad calls on that one, but I thought it was clever. Anyways, it looks like they're joining in slowly, waiting to get the rest of the teams. I am very excited. It is the last match of today, but you might want to stick around. I'm not too sure. Sham and I might stream some stuff later.
Perhaps, yeah.
Perchance.
Yeah, again, big shout out to Splash for the raid earlier. We are in a shared chat, so please make sure you drop follows if you're enjoying the content over to Vanguard Gaming. And if you enjoy us and want to hear us yap on our own streams, chats are up there as well. So, but thank you guys all for tuning in. This has been a ton of fun. I love quirky tournaments like this. Esports is great. I love esports. This, though, creates some iconic things that you just don't see.
I think there should be a league.
This should be a league. Well, the Crest League. The Crest League. But
the Crest League,
this is their special event. So it does look like our last player is in here. And I think we still need maps, yeah?
Yes, sir. I'm going to get those figured out. Sam, the question is, how do you think these teams, take Rockenbach off the pedestal that they've built themselves?
I'm not going to throw around the word because I know it's a sensitive topic and finals, but somebody's got to start doing the big G, okay? If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. People got to target this team. That's just where we're at. They're so in the lead. We saw it last map. We saw, Jiggy Piggies.
What is the big G? Gabagooing?
Gabagoobing, yeah. No, griefing.
Every time you say griefing, an angel dies. By the way.
Well, hard killed another one. But no, I mean, really, though, that was the situation we were in last match was Jiggy Piggy's a sleeper agent, right? They were shooting at each other. And I'm like, guys, the Cashout is dwindling down. We gotta, if you want to stay in this game, you gotta make something happen, fellas. And I feel like at this point, Grockenbach is the raid boss. They're at 184 points. I mean, like, if you want a chance, you
getting
better.
Another transmission.
Okay.
Sorry, it was just radio noise. No, I'm just kidding. Wait. Yeah, okay, I got it. It's the map bans. We have them now. Over on the side of Grockenbach, we have a ban on Fangway.
No! Sorry.
That one, I know. No! And it looks like on the side of the Void Genesis, Nozomi is banned. And for our last team, the Schemers, they banned Monaco, which means, Sam, we do get to see a new map, which is Bernal.
I'll take it. I said Bernal earlier when we were talking with Seismic, and I think you looked at me sideways.
I did question you. I was like, Bernal?
You did. I think
Bernal?
I think all the flat elevation, it's not suspended structures. So I think
make your call now because I want to have a fun moment where I can maybe potentially prove you wrong, or maybe I'll be wrong. Someone will win.
What am I making a prediction on? Wait, what?
I don't know how the map's gonna play.
Oh, how it's gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for really aggro sniper. Bernal was a map that people said was a shotgun map. And when I started playing the finals again towards the end of season 5, I was like, what are they talking about? This map is so open. There's so many flat tops. There's not a lot of height. Like, I feel like this is a ranged map. And everybody said, no, it's close quarters trust. The more I played it, the more I agree with them. I do think it's actually a lot more close quarters. So to me,
I think with the snipers involved, though, I think I think you're right in the sense there's a lot of buildings to maneuver around. It kind of reminds me a lot of like Vegas in a way, but I think there's so much, angles on the height, the roofs, that I think it will be easy for the heavies to maneuver around. But
yeah,
I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for the snipers to have fun. That flat space you'll have, you see those angles for miles.
You can, and it's going to be interesting. I have the feeling from a spectator side for you, Cody, I think this is going to be very similar to this, where all of a sudden a shot just cracks out from 200 meters and somebody's just dead. And you're wondering how we got here. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Final prediction, though. We have one more prediction that we have to make. What time of day is it? Go ahead. Take your pick. What's the time?
2 p.m.
But we're going 2 p.m. The beloved.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. the beloved.
2 p.m.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm very curious if Embark heard us talk about this. Oh,
It's 2 p.m.
he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's guessed correctly. 2 p.m. on.
Hooray! What do I get? Do I get like a
Nothing.
cookie or something?
Nothing.
Oh.
But put your hands on the mouse and keyboard, sir, and operate our cameras as we witness greatness in the arena between Void Genesis, Grok and Bach, and the newcomers here on the B stream, Schemers.
Yep, I'm very excited. Already looking at Void Genesis, it doesn't look like too much has changed. They have opted for the spear. But on the side of Schemers, it looks like there is a winch claw. So not too sure what they're running in terms of the weapon. I'm going to make a guess for Sledge, and we're going to find out very soon. I'm going to skip over to them because we're at the base stream. We can do something cool. Ready? Boom. Sledge. And
Wrong.
the candy cane to prove it. What?
No, I'm kidding.
What do you mean wrong?
Nothing.
I was like, what do you mean wrong? Anyways,
No,
you've lost casting privileges. Okay, so
Okay.
Muse coming in, already getting some shots out. It looks like Zaya taking some damage, and Stuje getting a great pick. I don't know how Grockenbach have moved already onto the Schemers. I don't know if they got a good spawn, but already a great pick, and this is not looking too good for the Schemers.
Oh.
The winch coming in from Llama. Muse
Oh.
trying to hold out, but no, it's not enough. I thought he was going to get it, and down goes Schemers by the hands of Grockenbach. Now jumping in with Varian. Looks to have a red barrel. It's kind of interesting. A lot of damage out from all sides. Llama getting an RPG kill. Every time I miss it, it's huge. Getting a pick and barrel. Oh my god. Void Genesis. Before you know it, are, I guess sent to the void.
Yeah. I saw the red barrel, and I saw the res out of Ego out the open, and I was like, that's going to be scary. And then, yeah, just the crack up to the head was enough there. But we see Llama starting to get up into the mix here as Varian drops a goo to try to find some health regen. It looks like that might actually work out in his favor as Llama gets one, Varian gets the other. Llama finding the third on the Zaya Fox, who did actually find a pick onto Varian there. But Grockenbach gonna look pretty good here as they get fully healthy and ready to roll and back into this. Stuje is gonna waste no time looking to lay in some damage here from up top. Finds the pick onto Danny there. Nice shot. Follow up from Llama with that RPG onto Ego. Microwave Oven, last remaining on the side of Void Genesis.
Yeah, Void Genesis really struggling to find their footing, I think, currently. They keep kind of getting caught in the middle of both people. Microwave Oven getting a great pick on a Varian, though. This is huge if they can stop Llama from getting over. But no, Stuje is able to get Microwave Oven picked, and down goes Void Genesis. It is now just Schemers and Grockenbach. Llama moving his way over, trying to get the box in. Looks like he successfully is able to make it. The goo comes down, trying to keep himself alive, using Dome, which is great. The right click trying to connect, but it just can't seem to. And there it goes! The right click comes in. Llama getting a great pick, but can he get the steal? I'm not too sure. Looks like they're going to get it. Muse able to get the steal. The red barrel comes out. Llama taking a ton of damage. And Ego getting a great pick onto Llama. It is now just Stuje holding it out for the rest of the team, but they don't have control of this box. Shots coming in by Zaya. This is not too good for Stooge. You really don't want to wipe here because, like you said, Sam, a million times, it will reset that timer. Ego coming in for the steal. Looking great here for Void Genesis. Stooge trying to get some sort of pick onto Microwave Oven.
No.
Unfortunately, Microwave Oven looks like to accidentally killed himself. Danny getting a spear kill onto Muse. It is now just him holding it out. He needs to try to stay alive. We don't want that timer to reset. Damage comes in. Zaya getting winched. But Zaya able to get Danny, and down goes Void Genesis. They have control of the box, but they are not alive to stop the steal if it comes in. Varian now getting the steal. Not sure if anyone's going to be able to interrupt it, and I don't think they will. Schemers taking some damage. Stuje getting a pick on Zaya. It is now just one. Down goes... Oh my gosh, that is Schemers. That's it. Sorry, I was double checking if they crash. I was just worried.
No, that was crazy. Stuje last one remaining on Grockenbach, and I was like, this is it. This is it. Everybody just gets him, and then, we're in a new situation, but... No, doing a good job staying alive there as Varian and Llama were able to res or coin back in. And Box staying in possession. Stuje just hanging out, letting the teams fight it out. Microwave Oven down in critical health, but he's going to get healed up, and it won't matter as Varian's going to go ahead and take care of him. Stuje playing the off angle here, going to find a pick on to Muse. Ego last remaining on the side of Void Genesis. He's going to fall to the hands of Varian, literally, or the elbow maybe in perhaps. Gonna jump on board with Zaya Fox though here as they're gonna look to hopefully get this thing going in their favor. Merchant finding a pick onto Stuje, finally shutting him down. That might be his first death, Cody, in 2 games.
Yeah, not looking too great for a couple of these teams. Like I said, I think they're really just struggling to target, Grockenbach. I feel like they just constantly are able to, weasel their way out from the fight, kind of get away with everything. But a great pick going on to Stuje, and Microwave Oven getting 2 on the hands of Grockenbach. It is now just Llama holding it out. Danny getting hit. The winch comes in, though. The spear fight. Down goes Llama, and the Grockenbach. This is the first wipe, I think, ever.
I think you're right. This is the first time that they have fully wiped it out. And what just happened?
That was the RPG.
I was going to say it was an RPG.
And the sledge is coming in.
The sledge coming in on the side of Huge. Finds 2 there. 1 on the Ego. He's going to look for 1 more. Can he find it on the Microwave Oven, who is just taking out Merchant? Stuje gonna help out Schemers there with taking out Microwave Oven to wipe Void Genesis, Cody.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. The RPG charge slam combo, and then from the top ropes, the right click on the sledge is absolutely exploding. Llama getting the default, though, moving it over to Cash Box A. It is just Schemers trying to hold, the box here. Maybe they can stop them. I'm not too sure. Pretty sure they're headed A. I see a little ping over there. Stuje and Muse battling it out while the rest of the team moves the box, and it looks like Void Genesis is going to interrupt this. Not too sure. Danny trying to get control of the box, moving through the underside of the map. Thankfully, I think Microwave Oven is going to stop the other teams from pushing him. Danny able to get this, I think, for free, potentially. I see some movement around. Llama maybe trying to get some sort of angle. Not too sure. Taking a little bit of time. It's hard to move around as a heavy. You're slow, you're heavy. You got a lot to move.
Yeah. Heavy, struggling with movement. Also, you don't have the medium really to enable them. Same with the light. That's kind of what I've been saying about this event. Is it's surprising that they've actually not been left out to dry as much as I really thought they might be. We're gonna go ahead and hop on with Microwave Oven. We've seen him get picked up here a few times. Did find some big picks under Grockenbach earlier, but is taking quite a bit of damage as Varian is last one alive on the Grockenbach side, and he's gonna find the pick on the Microwave Oven. Danny now last remaining on the side of Void Genesis. Hopefully, maybe can clean up Grockenbach as their timers are now to 0. Llama's going to go ahead and coin in. Stuje, not yet. Pressing the space bar or the A button or the X button, fella. There we go. He's back in. And now, Danny looking to try to make something happen there. Unfortunately, that something is going to be his own death as Zaya finds the pick there. Ego picks up Zaya, though. Varian finding a trade out onto Microwave Oven. It is kills across the board as Llama went ahead and flipped the cash out to Grockenbach's favor. This just seems to keep happening. Every time Void Genesis and Schemers start fighting, Grockenbach take the box without really much pressure. Now, we're going to stay on board or not, as Ego is going to go down to Stuje. Zaya, last one remaining on Schemers, and that is everybody in the lobby wiped, Cody.
Yeah, not looking too great for these teams. I really think they just seem to get distracted by each other, and Grockenbach running away, kind of kiting a bunch, are able to just kind of make it out. But hold on, there is some damage coming in onto Varian. Stuje able to get a pick on the Microwave Oven. Question is, can they get a pick? It doesn't look like it. Variant getting the health regen coming in. Ego trying to make some sort of gateway play, but it seems to mess it up. And it's now just Ego holding it out for Void Genesis. There's not a ton of time. We need to make a steal happen. We got to do something. Someone from Schemers. Ego getting a great pick onto Stooge. It is now Variant versus Ego. Variant getting a pick onto Ego. It is just the Schemers holding it out. I don't think there's any time to steal. And Grockenbach take it home.
Yeah, Grockenbach continuing to show dominance. I mean, just constant activity in the kill feed out of them. It's been that way all evening. I think, like you said, they got wiped maybe once since we've watched them tonight, which is 3 games in a row out of the 4. Stuje, by the way, didn't die last game. And in this game, I think only has 4. Okay, 4 deaths. That's better.
No, there was a lot more, I think, just overall fighting between these teams. I think there was a little bit more trades. I mean, hard to say it when the leaderboard shows it, but I mean, you should have seen the other games, guys. I mean, there was some big differentials here, and I mean, I think really we could have seen a different outcome. But man, Grockenbach are just so solid. They played together as a unit. They were kiting. They kind of forced both teams to constantly fight each other, and they took advantage of it. I mean, 13 from Stuje, 12 from Varian, 10 from Llama. Microwave Oven really popping off this game. 7 eliminations, which is really big. But I think overall, we just got so excited to fight the other teams that we kind of let Grockenbach just get away with the whole thing.
Yeah, 35 kills on the side of Grockenbach. Absolutely insane work. 8.4k damage on the side of Stu-J. Just, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, very, very dominant all 3 games. I mean, these guys are, either EGM players or PHL winners. I mean, overall, like, what can we say? Guys played great. But GG's all around to everybody who participated in today's Crest League special event, Hammers and Scalpels. This was a blast for us to check out. And again, a massive shout out to Vanguard Gaming and Seismic and VOF for having Cody and I on to provide you some extra coverage of today's game so that you miss less of the action. As always, if you guys are here over on the TFC streams, definitely make sure you go up top there to the share chat and drop a follow over to Vanguard Gaming as they're running a lot more of these events. Hopefully, we'll be able to help out as well, but don't miss any of the action. Over on their channel as well, they've got their Discord where they announce all of these things for Crest League. It's also over on their Twitter, which you should follow as well. And, overall, just an amazing time. So, Cody, any final thoughts before we kind of wrap up out of here? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I really am just thinking about honestly all these games that I watch, and I thought about how fun and cool the format was, and I'm excited to see more because there are going to be a ton of really cool format ideas that the Crest League have been telling us about. So I think you should stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more on the way in the finals. And I think I'm getting a message. Hold on. I think we have our final top 3. Sam, I want to let everyone know that Grockenbach are at the top in first place with 244 points.
Goodness.
Sleeper Agents in second place at 153, and Void Genesis at 145 in third place. So congrats to Grockenbach and Sleeper Agents and Void Genesis, but especially Grockenbach. You guys played incredible. It was so fun to watch. I mean, not too often you see pro players set the double sniper and a sledge. But man, you guys played incredible. And everybody else, I mean, in this whole tournament, you guys played really well. It was so fun to watch. Don't see too much sniper gameplay in the games that we be watching, but man, it was a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick, shout out Vanguard GGs on YouTube. That's at VNGRDGGS on YouTube for all the individual match VODs. They will be over there. Once again, if you enjoyed us, the Yap crew, I'm not Cody. I am Sam. Wow, it's been a long
Cody.
day. It's been a long day, fellas. I'm Sam. That's Cody. We stream pretty often. I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you ever want to hear my voice again, definitely drop me a follow over on Twitch. And check out the Final Central, our main channel here on Twitch and also on YouTube, where we actually have a podcast with including an episode from one of the casters on the A stream, RD, most recently. An amazing episode. If you want to learn about the history of esports for him, check that out. All right, fellas. That's it. That's all I got. No more yapping. Cody, I will see you later, fella.
Thank you.